You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots. You know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions, as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. But before we get into our intriguing content today, please join me in welcoming our featured guest and repeat offender,
welcome back.
Yes, he is old, so he knows the song. Welcome back, Joe Ingram. How are you, buddy?
I am doing wonderful, Ron. Thank you. And I remember watching that show live. It's really bad.
I don't want to cause any trouble, but I went to a conference this weekend, and Josh was the first to point this out to me. And I went to a conference this weekend, and we're getting involved with an organization. It's called First Home IQ, and it was started by a millennial. And I mentioned that I put this song on there for repeaters to come on the show. And she looked at me and she said, "What's Welcome Back, Cotter?" And I felt extremely old, but, something.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah,
You're like, come on, wasn't that on Nick at Night too? Like the rest of the stuff?
I mean, my son watches George Lopez. Josh, tell me you know George Lopez at least. Okay, he knows George Lopez. Okay. So let me remind you, if you ever have any more finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you, and you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are operators standing by.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan, a plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, we're celebrating today. Not that Joe Ingram is in the house. That's not our celebration of the day.
It is quite an honor day, though.
Yes. Wait a second. Josh, you didn't tell me this one. This was just for Joe. National Letter to an Elder Day. I'm just throwing that out there.
You think they're going to read?
Joe, this one's for you and I together.
Yeah.
National Set a Good Example Day.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Prime examples of everything right.
Yeah. I think we need, what is that? Josh, we need that trombone thing. Something like that. It goes something like that. I don't know. Tell a Fairy Tale Day.
Which is pretty much like us on the last one.
Exactly. National Pistachio Day. Used to know a pistachio farmer. Love pistachios. Let's move along. Let's see what's going on in the world today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, it's up 4.49. The S&P is down 4.78. NASDAQ is up 22. Do we even want to look at what NVIDIA is doing today? Oil's up 71 cents a barrel. Let's take a look just for fun. What is NVIDIA doing today? That can't be the right NVIDIA. There's got to be another NVIDIA on there. Oh, maybe if I put the right symbol in there. It works much better if you put the right symbol into the board. Up another $9 today, $797 a share. Crazy. Wouldn't you have liked to have bought NVIDIA about 6 months or a year ago? Just look at the volume on that, the trading on that. Let's see what the chart looks like. For a year ago, NVIDIA was at $481 a share. At the start, wait a second. I'm sorry. That's not a year ago. That's the start of this year. Year to date, $481. Now it's $797. $300 a share it's up. Yeah, that sounds kind of nice. Speaking of, well, wait a second. Why would we say, when I say the word it's kind of nice, and then gas prices come on my screen? Although, do you still have the fake Mustang?
Yeah, the electric one?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's got to be a fake, isn't it?
It is absolutely.
I mean, you're a car guy.
It's a great car, but they never should have put the Mustang moniker on it. I think it's just their attempt to continue the brand or the model, but no, I don't consider it.
I mean, how do you go from a Corvette to a EV?
EV, the model is a GT, and it's technically faster.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I can make you really sick in the car with hitting the gas pedal and letting off. Yeah, it's instantaneous gratification, which is not bad.
I'm not going to even go there. Gas prices, California, $4.64 a gallon. Now, this is going to be an interesting one. Nevada, I go to AAA to get gas prices. Josh, Nevada's saying $3.92.5 a gallon. Now, I spent last week in Las Vegas. As I pull into town, just on the outskirts, as I'm coming into town, I put into my, wait a second, back up. As I'm getting into Nevada, I figured, okay, you know something? Nevada gas prices have to be better than California. Well, I get into Prim. I don't think that's Nevada. I mean, that was $5.70 a gallon for gasoline. I said, it's got to be better than that. So I stuck into my GPS, Costco. And there's a Costco going into town. I have no clue where I was because GPS told me where to go. Mm-hmm. $3.29 a gallon. $3.29. Now you look at it. And AAA says $3.92 is the average for Nevada. I guess that would make sense if you go with that $5.57 and $3.29 and then all the other prices. But it's still way better than California at $4.64. And Gavin's out there trying to explain to everybody how he would be a great president.
I got a bad feeling about this.
At least Joe forgets what he's doing. Gavin does it on purpose. I mean, that's just the way it is. But, we'll keep on watching what's going on in the markets. As I said, I spent the entire week out there in Las Vegas. And they talk about a lot of different things in Vegas. And I'm bringing them back. 359 is the average. Okay. Makes a lot more sense. So, spent a lot of time with a lot of folks out in Vegas last week. I was at a mortgage conference, but mortgage is a small part of the world, right? I mean, we only want a mortgage we only want to hear about a mortgage when we want one. But one of the things that I did learn about, ironically enough, was several things that Joe Ingram has been talking about over and over again. So what we thought we would do today is, yes, I do have to get a few of our regular touts in. But if you're into drinking from a fire hose, Joe Ingram, I sit here and Joe and I chat sometimes, and I feel like, I'm from a different planet because he's like light years ahead of anybody else when it comes to productivity and tools that we can use off of the internet. And now he's into this chat GPT stuff. He probably helped invent NVIDIA. I don't know, but we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get rid of a lot of the normal stuff that we talk about. If you want to get a lot of information, I'm going to recommend very seriously, grab a pen, grab a paper, grab a cup of coffee, because we're gonna get at it with Joe Ingram and see all the things that I don't know, even though I just spent a week at a conference talking about half this stuff. You can be listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, Joe Ingram will talk about the truth about down payments. We're going to talk about what's going on with mortgage rates. Should we talk about the lies that we're getting from the federal government, the Bureau of Labor Statistics? There's a lot going on there as well. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Hey there, friends. Wondering if now is the right time to buy a home? Or are you waiting for a bunch of foreclosures? The facts speak loud and clear. Defaults and foreclosures are down. Sure, we might be headed towards a recession. But did you know interest rates typically drop and real estate values often go up during a recession? So what are you waiting for? Higher prices or higher payments? Don't navigate these waters alone. Connect with RonSiegelRadio.com today. That's RonSiegelRadio.com.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime. At 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Every day at this time, OBMMI, they provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry. They do not tell us points paid, points received, or the APR. They tell us rates calculated from actual locked rates, with consumers across 35% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. This is Friday data. Average rates locked on Friday, the latest that is available. 30-year conforming, 6.901. 30-year jumbo, 7.291. 30-year FHA, 6.717. 30-year USDA, 6.652. And the best loan on the market for those that earned it, 30-year VA loan. You can't just apply for this one. You have to earn it. 6.555. And if you want our commentary, we do send out commentary every morning as early as the data allows. It's our thoughts of the day of what's going on in the mortgage world. rsrmarketminute.com, rsrmarketminute.com. That gives you what's going on Friday. The Market Minute tells you what we think about today. Well, speaking of today, let's take a look and see what are the markets doing today. We always look at that. S&P 500 is now down 2.82. We've got the 10-year Treasury up 4 basis points, 4.293. Mortgage-backed securities are down 11 basis points. Remember, when the mortgage-backed security comes down, that means the rates are going up. Why, you ask? Okay, well, we're going to talk about, we've got the new home sales came in. Measures signed contracts on new homes increased by 1.5% in January at a 661,000 unit annualized pace. December's figure was revised lower to 651,000 from previously reported 664,000. The inventory of new homes on the market increased by 0.9% to 456,000, while the median new home price increased by 1.8%. Remember, it says median. When you hear that word, as soon as you hear that word, switch that to the word mix. So the mix of new home prices increased by 1.8%. Has nothing to do with the price of the homes on your street. Irrelevant there. So a median price only tells us about the mix of properties available for sale. So that is the issue. Now, when I was at the conference last week, something that I've been telling you right along, it is not a secret. The numbers that we get from the federal government are mostly false. Doesn't matter which party is in power, they're mostly false. And I was listening to a lady there who spent 9 years working for the Federal Reserve. And now she has a report that she sends out to subscribers, easy for me to say, subscribers. She sends this report out and talks about some of the things that we've been talking about, but she's on the front lines of this stuff. So like when the Bureau of Labor Statistics came out and said that we added 353,000 new jobs, and she says, well, the raw data says we lost 2.5 million jobs lost. The raw data says we haven't had a new job added, full-time job added since April of last year. Think about some of these things. Now, why is all of this happening? Well, she gave us some insight, and I'm going to share that with you right now. So the Federal Reserve is dealing with this issue of commercial lending and interest rates and inflation, but there's something in the background that's going on. There's a lot of commercial lending that's not going through traditional banks. If there's one thing the Federal Reserve does not like, it's competition. So they're going to keep rates higher longer until they can break the back of this shadow lending world. What does that mean for you and me? Well, the rate cuts that we've been talking about, they're talking now, they're going to hold the rates, the Federal Reserve rate cuts, July, November, and December. Remember, they've been telling us that they don't want to, they're going to do 3 rate cuts this year. And we also know the Federal Reserve doesn't like to get involved in elections. Well, guess what they did with the November meeting? Almost every meeting we ever see from the Federal Reserve, they start on Tuesday, they finish on Wednesday. The meeting in November, they're going to start on Wednesday and finish on Thursday. Wonder why. So the forecast from this particular individual was July, November, and December. That way they get their 3 cuts in and they don't deal with trying to skew the election in any way. Now remember, Jay Powell was appointed by Donald Trump and re-upped with Joe Biden. So not that there's any politics there. That is the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Now, if you follow anything in the news, the stock market, the financial markets, if you have a 401k, if you have a retirement plan, there's something called the Magnificent Seven. And no, that's not my alter egos. But one of the stocks in the Magnificent Seven is a company called NVIDIA. Now, those of you that are younger than me, which is most everybody, you know NVIDIA because that's the power behind gaming. So if you're into gaming at all, NVIDIA is the company that created all the animation or the artificial intelligence or whatever they call it behind the world of gaming. Well, now NVIDIA is also now the power behind almost all of the artificial intelligence operations and programs. So you're going to be watching, you're going to be hearing about that. And if you haven't heard about artificial intelligence, are you living under a stone somewhere? Well, any business in America is talking artificial intelligence. Some people think you're going to lose jobs because of artificial intelligence. Some people think you're just going to gain productivity. I will tell you, I use AI every single day. And one of the foremost experts is the sales genius. That would be Joe Ingram. And he knows a lot about AI. Good morning, Mr. Joe.
Good morning, Ron Siegel and the Ron Siegel radio audience.
So we're going to talk a little. One of the things that's great with Joe, don't tell him I said this. I know we've got 7 listeners this morning, is, Joe comes in and we talk before the show. We talk a little after the show and on commercials. And I feel like I got a fire hose coming at me. because Joe's got so much to share, knows so much about artificial intelligence. I don't know.
I don't have my own.
Yeah, but
I have to borrow it. Yes.
But there's a lot going on in this world, Joe. It's
There
changing
is.
every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I did some trainings last year with real estate professionals on ChatGPT. And my guess is that everything I told them at the time was true and today is outdated.
Quite possibly. Yes. And so again, because if you told them last year, you were probably 3.5.
Right. Well, no, I was just at the beginning of 4.0.
Okay.
I was telling
Now we
everybody
have
go with
4.0
4.0.
turbo.
Okay, I didn't even know about 4.0
that's out
turbo.
too. So we got to use that as well. But
And I know it's like then you had to tell ChatGPT to write a program about prompts for Midjourney if you wanted to get an image.
correct.
You don't have to do that anymore.
No, they have DALL-E, which is their version of the Midjourney one, and knows how to draw hands. But I will tell you that Midjourney's productivity and all that its AI has learned, the images are virtually superior to what ChatGPT will put out as far as detail and looking realistic. But for most of what we do every day, DALL-E is perfect.
Well, when I do my report every morning for my Market Minute every morning, I just ask it to give me a new image based on the day's commentary that I've given it.
Yeah.
Right.
absolutely.
So and it looks decent. It's way better than I could draw. Good morning, Dave Silva. Glad to have you listening to us. I think that you'll appreciate this stuff from Joe, unless it's Dave's AI. But
that is quite possible.
So-
I join meetings I'm not in thanks to AI.
okay, explain that to us.
So there's a website out there, and it's called joinnuda, NOOTA.
Okay.
.com. So joinnuda.com. When you go there, that is an AI assistant that you connect to your calendar, either a Google Calendar or your Outlook calendar, and it will go through and look for any Zoom meeting, any Teams meeting that you have as a virtual meeting. And so what it does is it sees it, and you can turn it off if you want to. Otherwise, it joins your meetings and says, hey, I'm here to take notes for Ron Siegel.
Nice.
And so it will join, it chats into the chat of the Zoom meeting or the team meeting, announcing itself so no one can say they don't know. But I've done this before with people where I've connected people and they added me to the meeting, which I have no intention of absolutely, going to it at all. So I'm like, no. And then all of a sudden, 20 minutes after that meeting ended, I get the video of the meeting that I can watch. I also get a transcription and a summary of what happened, and then a list of action items based on the people that did attend. And then I get messages from people and going, someone named Ava, because that's my AI virtual assistant. That's what I named her. And so
you do know that there's a program out there called Ava that's a legitimate program, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And
of course,
so
Joe knows.
The name is proven. Yeah. So when I put that in there, it says Ava joined the meeting. Ava, and it says, hi, I'm Ava. I'm Joe's, AI assistant, be taking notes and recording. So then I get all of that, and I get that summary, and then I see what actually happened in the meeting and who left with action items. And so
Wow.
it helps a lot when you do a ton of virtual meetings.
I've got like 4 of them today.
Yeah, absolutely. And so then if you did go to joinnuda.com, then you sign up for it. And I think it costs you maybe like $1 a day if you want all the functionality for a month. Or you can join for 14 days for free, try it out and see if it works. But that's what I'm saying is that to me, it just helps me so that I can actually pay attention in the meeting instead of trying to scribble down notes.
That's the whole thing right there is that I'm sitting there writing notes all the time and then I can't read my writing. And then I ask Josh what happened and we're going nuts here. Even our radio shows, right? We could do that with the radio show.
Absolutely. And Nuda's a really great program. So let's say face-to-face meetings. You're sitting down face-to-face, open up Nuda on your laptop, right? And say, oh, yes, I am recording this because, of course, we got to tell everybody. But when you do that, you will get a transcription of what you said. How many times did you go, man, what did you say last time we were talking? And stuff
Absolutely.
like that. But you could open it, record it, transcribe it, and have it for yourself and a summary sent out. You can take that summary and send it to the other people in the meeting to say, yes, this is in fact what you said, but here's a list of action items. And you can customize the summary data to give you certain things. So you can go in and build your own dashboard and own report that comes back to you.
Wow, I could actually be out having a martini, and actually the people think I'm working. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, more with Joe Ingram, the sales genius. We might have to go to productivity expert.
I'm going to have to try to get another domain.
And no, like you don't have already 300 or 400.
300.
Probably the only person I know that has more domains than I do. We have a lot of them. But when we come back, we'll talk about the truth about down payments and more with Joe Ingram. You can reach me anytime. Off air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at RonSiegelRadio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio. Or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. the real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by rsrmoney.com. rsrmoney.com. The truth about down payments. If you're planning to buy your first home, saving up for all the costs involved can feel daunting, especially when it comes to the down payment. That might be because you've heard you need to save 20% of the home price to put down. Well, isn't necessarily the case. Unless specified by your loan type or lender, it's typically not required to put 20% down. That means you could be closer to your home buying dream than you realize. As the mortgage report says, quote, although putting 20% down to avoid mortgage insurance is wise if affordable, it's a myth that this is always necessary. In fact, most people opt for a much lower down payment, unquote. According to the National Association of Realtors, NAR, the median down payment hasn't been over 20% since 2005. In fact, for all home buyers today, it's only 15%, and it's even lower for first-time buyers at just 8%. Big takeaway, you may not need to save as much as you originally thought. Learn about resources that can help you towards your goal. According to Down Payment Resource, there are also over 2,000 home buyer assistance programs in the U.S., and many of them are intended to help with down payments. Last time I looked, I think it was 352 down payment programs just in the state of California. Plus, and don't forget, our team is the #1 team with Homes for Heroes. That's helping with our military, active and retired, first responders, educators, nurses. Got assistance for every one of them. And again, our team is #1 in the nation helping this group through Homes for Heroes. Plus, there are loan options that can help too. For example, FHA loans offer down payments as low as 3.5%, while VA and USDA loans have no down payment requirements for qualified applicants. With so many resources available to help your down payment, the best way to find out what you qualify for is give us a call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. We know about local grants and loan programs that may help you out. Don't let the misconception you have to have 20% saved up hold you back. If you're ready to become a homeowner, lean on your professionals to find resources that can help you make your dreams a reality. If you put your plans on hold until you've saved up 20%, it may actually cost you in the long run, according to U.S. Bank. Quote, there are plenty of reasons why it might not be possible. For some, waiting to save up 20% for a down payment may cost too much time, which means money. While you're saving for your down payment and paying rent, the price of your future home may go up, unquote. Home prices are expected to keep appreciating over the next 5 years, meaning your future home will likely go up in price the longer you wait. If you're able to use these resources to buy now, that future growth will help you build equity rather than cost you more. Bottom line, keep in mind you don't always have to have 20% down payment. In fact, more often than not, you do not need 20% down. That's the Real-Time Real Estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. Continue our conversation with the sales genius. That's Joe Ingram, Ingram Interactive, talking about productivity. And here's a biggie. Joe's going to tell us right now how to actually save money on all these different tools, on many of these tools that he's talking about. So what program helps us save money, Joe?
Okay, so have you ever bought one of those software packages that you're paying monthly for and then you forget you never actually went back to go use it?
Yes.
Right? We get that endorphin hit that goes, I bought it. This is potential. And then we stop.
Right.
Right. So I don't like paying monthly for something I'm not using. Okay. So then I go to a website. It's called joinappsumo.com. And that's joinappsumo.com. So if you realize Photoshop, how expensive is Photoshop?
Very expensive.
It's very expensive, right? So if you look at that and go, I have to go to Adobe, I got to go buy Photoshop, got to do that. You can go to the joinappsumo.com. When you go there, you can type in Photoshop and you will find what we call a third-party provider, which is someone who has built something very similar to it, quite often exactly like it, but so developers from all over the world put their products on here for you to buy. And a lot of them are known products that you would say, oh, I've heard of this brand. But when you look at it, a lot of people, when you go to a website and you look at a software product, and if it says we have 25,000 active customers, right? A lot of them who would have come from Join AppSumo. Because so they sell you software in most situations, it's lifetime. And it's a lifetime purchase that's about 10% more than what they sell on their standard website for monthly.
Which that's even better than what I do.
What is it you do?
So what I do is when I go to sign up for a something new, I generally sign up using my cash card.
Okay.
And I leave a zero balance on my cash card almost all the time. So if I go to sign up for, let's just say I'm going to go sign up for at joinnuda.com.
Right.
I'd say, okay, I want the $15 version. I go and put $20 on my cash card.
Okay.
And sign up using my cash card. Well, next month, being that I've already forgot that I bought it, it comes up and it says, oh, there's no money for Join Nuda.
Right.
So now I say,
reminder.
Right.
Yeah.
Do I want to keep it or do I want to let it go?
No,
just a little
brilliant.
thought, just a pro hack. Tell us more, Joe, because I don't want to know about what I know. I already know that.
Right, exactly. So there's a virtual meeting program that's out on the Join AppSumo. It sounds kind of like Room or a car going very fast, right? And so they charge a lot every year. About $150 or so. And now they added an AI piece to it that you can bump for more money. If you want more people on it, then you're going to pay more. Well, I recommend there's one on there that's called Sessions. So Sessions. So if you go into the toolbar, even if you typed in that little vroom vroom word for your message.
Sounds like?
Yes, exactly. So if you go there, you can buy what you need. So you can get an unlimited one for $400 one time. You can have several hundred people in your meetings at one time. Here's the best part. Sessions does not have that clause where if you look into the back end of it, says, we own the rights of every meeting you do. We own your voice and we own your likeness to do with what we want.
Wow.
Okay, that got snuck in during the last, drama session the government.
So now can I connect my Nuda to my Sessions?
Yes.
Okay.
And Sessions has a piece in it that will help you with AI as well. Already in that process.
So we can get rid of the other one. And its quality is just as good.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
So built off similar technology. So again, all of these apps and things that come out started out as open source.
Sure.
And people built them up, and then somebody goes, "Ha, this is mine. Let's monetize it."
Okay, so now we got Sessions is the name of that one.
Sessions is that one. Also, that's on there too is one called Cast Magic, CASTMAGIC. It's a podcast helper. So what it does is it'll help you with your podcast. You can upload. It'll give you all descriptions. It'll give you hashtags, give you remarks. It will make tweets out of what was on your podcast so that you can just click and go, oh, that's a great tweet. And it's evaluated.
Does it do it live?
No, it does not. No,
Okay.
It's after the fact.
After the fact.
Now they're changing all the time. Since I got it 8 months ago, probably once a month I get, here's new features within Cast Magic. And when you buy it from Join AppSumo, you get all new updates as well.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to get all the new updates of the software that you have there. So that to me is something worthwhile on that.
Yeah,
part.
that's really cool. So now can you time those? Like, so if I ask Josh to go and listen to the replay of our show right now,
yeah,
and Cast Magic finds that there's these different tweets when the show is playing live on ABC at 6:00 this afternoon, can we time those to be posted at 6:05 or 6:07?
You would schedule the tweet within your own X platform.
Ah,
right?
okay.
Elon's toy, I call
Gotcha.
it. Yeah, that's what it's saved on my computer is Elon's toy. But when you look at it, you can schedule your own to go off at that time. So, or have Josh do it. But that's one of the things I see.
Josh knows that I don't know how to do any of this.
Right.
Stuff.
Yes.
I come up with a lot of great ideas.
Yep.
And call Josh. Okay.
Exactly.
Next one.
It's called Joe too. Yeah. So here's another thing. Have you ever wanted to duplicate yourself? Right.
I do, but a lot of people say no, thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially my wife. She says one's more than enough.
Yes. Well, to me, what I want to do is I want to be able to put out videos that are me, but the words change every time.
Okay.
Okay, so I use
So that's like being married.
Yes.
I open my mouth, and my wife's voice comes out.
It corrects you.
Exactly.
Yes. But I didn't say it yet. But no, if you look at it's HeyGen, HeyGen. So HeyGen is a digital version of you, and it's getting smarter and smarter as it goes through. But you record a video that's 30 seconds to 2 minutes of yourself talking. Try to keep your hands down. Don't use all of the Italian arm waving while you're talking, and it will scan you and create an avatar of you that looks real. And then their software will move your mouth based off of the words you have said in there. So it says, give me a minute long talk. I don't care what it is, but it's learning how your mouth moves and everything else. So then at the end of it, you can just type in what you want it to say, and it will move your mouth. And so it'll make.
So you have to be staring at a camera, I guess.
Yeah, you're gonna make a video, so you're gonna put your webcam on, and you're gonna say what you want to do. I found if you back up, it's better than if you're up close, because then you'll see the mouth, sort of move a little off. But if you're back, about a foot away.
HeyGen.com.
HeyGen, yes.
Perfect. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. More with Joe Ingram. When we come back, you can reach me anytime off air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at RonSiegelRadio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender. Hey friends, do you dream of mortgage-free home ownership? Are you aware that even if you own your home free and clear, it could still be costing you thousands per year? The Siegel Lending Team can help you generate tax-free income, accumulate family wealth, and maintain ownership of your home. By simply emailing your most recent mortgage statement, you'll receive a no-obligation real estate plan. Learn more by calling 1-800-306-1990 or email me your recent mortgage statement to PEAR@RonSiegelRadio.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you tired of paying rent? Are you tired of paying someone else's mortgage? Do you know qualified folks can potentially purchase a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket? Ron Siegel can help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. If you're tired of paying someone else's mortgage, reach out to Ron today at ronismylender.com. That's ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender. Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. I guess you have to put these flub ups in there so you know it's not AI created and perfect. Right. Just throw that out there. The Your Credit Matters segment today being brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. I'm sorry, rsrdebtfree.com. Even like, now you know it's live. rsrdebtfree.com. If you're having problems with finances, go in there, rsrdebtfree.com. We can either do debt consolidation loans, or if you don't have any equity, don't own real estate, Our friend Chris Corrales has a program to help you there too. RSRdebtfree.com. That's Your Credit Matters. Brought to you by RSRdebtfree.com. Continue our conversation. Joe Ingram's in the house. Sales genius, productivity wizard. Is it real or is it Joe? We're not going to even know anymore.
No.
So we got to Hey Jen. What's next?
Okay, so let me give you overall concept. You have an idea for a podcast and you think, I want to go put out a podcast. What do I do? Right? Well, you go to Spotify for podcasters, download the free app, and that will help to distribute your podcast that's out. But now you got to make one. Okay. So you have to have the title before you sign up. But what if you wanted to put out a podcast, but you don't think your wording is good enough?
Okay.
So I'm going to read off something to you that I use in ChatGPT. It's one thread in ChatGPT that is set up just for me. And this is what I did with ChatGPT. You're a world-renowned ghostwriter. Your books appeal to people from all areas of life, from business to relationships. Your specialty is writing in the author's voice. What do you need from me to learn my voice and be able to write in my voice? And then ChatGPT came back and gave me 10 questions. And so I answered those 10 questions, uploaded some of my previous writings, and now I have a ghostwriter tab that anything ChatGPT puts together, I can go copy and paste it into that thread and say, rewrite this as me.
Well, that's pretty cool. Then what do you do with it?
So then I take that, take those wordings, and I go to 11 Labs, and that's the number 11, labs.com.
The number 11?
No, I'm spell it out. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
11, ELEVEN, labs.com. So 11 Labs, if you go to 11 Labs, it'll allow you to add your voice, actually you talking. So it wants a 1.5-minute long video on whatever topic you want. It will learn your voice. It also has, this is $5 a month. Okay, so $60 a year to have your voice on demand, plus about 30 other voices that you can use at any point. So I have my voice saved there. And then what I do is I take the ghostwriting piece that I had, so it's written in my voice, take it, the text, paste it into 11 Labs, spit out an audio track. And on that audio track, it will now give me talking in the exact words that are there that was written by ChatGPT in my own voice. I now have a podcast episode to upload into Spotify.
Now I know how you've gotten 17,000 podcasts.
Absolutely. Yes. And what I love about it is that I can go put that out. Now, also, there's a program. This is the fire hose Ron was talking about. There's a program called InVideo, INVIDEO, and it's .ai. So InVideo is a full GPT that you add to ChatGPT. So you go in, you download it. I want to say $2 a month, right? Yes, it'll all add up quick, but when you start figuring out an hour of your time, we still haven't hit anything I've recommended to you if you added them all up for an hour for a monthly bill. So now you go into InVideo, you can take that same text that you put together, add it in the InVideo GPT, and it will make one of those faceless videos for YouTube.
What's a faceless video?
So it's not you standing there talking. It's your voice as the voiceover, and then it finds, based on what you said, the right stock images.
And this is an add-on for ChatGPT. Is that what it is?
So you go to invideo.ai, then you sign up, and then you connect your ChatGPT, and it will pull it in. It'll always stay at the top, like a personal GPT.
I'm glad Josh understands all this stuff.
Yeah. And so it makes you a video that you can now, if you wanted to, use this video that doesn't have you. But if you talk about, for me, car dealerships, it's going to show images of dealerships, people selling cars, things like that, based on what I say. If I'm giving a recipe, right, for food, it'll show you the things that I'm saying, right?
Wow.
And so now you have a video that you can upload as a podcast as well, or as a YouTube video to go out and create.
Now, is this what they would call shorts or reels or lives or something like that?
So it depends how long you talk. If you're talking in a minute, then it'll be a short.
Okay.
Right. But if you're talking over like a 10-minute one, if you take a 10-minute long video and you want to make shorts out of it, just grabbing certain topic points, right, or reels or, LinkedIn video, you just take that and you go to Opus Clips, OPUSCLIPS.
Oh, so what's the difference between Opus Clips and Opus Pro?
Opus Pro is once you pay. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and again, Opus Clips, you can't do anything on the free version. So other than play with it. So when you go to Opus Clips, they have Opus Clips /Pro. On Pro, you take any long form video. Long form videos, typically anything 10 minutes or longer. But if shorts and reels want you to be a minute, anything over a minute is technically long form. So you take that long form video and all you do is upload it directly or grab a YouTube link, grab a Zoom link if you have the recording on the cloud. Then you take those.
What about our Sessions link?
Sessions, you'll be able to download the video to your computer and put it on.
Put it on there that way. Okay.
Yeah. And so it will go through and AI will watch your video in 20 minutes, right? It'll go through in 20 minutes. It will upload it, watch it, go through and use its criteria to say on a scale of 0 to 100, what are the odds people will watch this, interact, and like it? And it scores it at 100 and goes down. So when you get done and you tell it, do you want 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or let it do auto? And you can also say, search for this word. For me, sales is the jam. So I would put sales.
Interesting.
And then it goes through and creates 20 plus reels that you can take those reels. And from Opus, you can connect your LinkedIn, your YouTube, your TikTok, either your stream or your inbox, right? And you can do Instagram for reels. And all you do is copy the transcription, bink, 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 hit the button and off it goes, and everybody has all your information. The video is uploaded directly to your platforms. And how much time did that save you with a video editor and waiting for stuff to come through? Is it perfect? No. But you
have
can
to
also
read it and listen to it before you just share it.
But again, you just made shorts. So you got to watch a 1 minute long video to go, yep, that's right. And it'll put the words, the transcription, it'll put the words on there in whatever colors and formats you want. You can build a branding template in there, and then it'll put it all in that same template every time.
Wow. That's Opus.pro or Opus.clips.
Opus Clips. If you just search Opus Clips, it'll pull up on there.
Holy cow. Okay. It looks like we have time for one quick one.
Okay, so one quick one, you got to be careful. Now, again, if you don't want to pay for ChatGPT, I get it, right? There's other things out there, right? There's Bard. Bard just now became Gemini, and that's Google's version. And they've added a bunch of stuff on it. But remember, every AI has a slant on it from whoever created it.
Gemini just got some pretty bad publicity last week. I saw while I was in Vegas.
Oh yeah, they got ones where, again, depending on your political preference, is whether or not you can get it to tell you what it likes and what it doesn't like. So
that's Gemini.
That's Gemini. Yeah, and that's still free to you there. Another thing that will help you, if you have photos or short clip videos that you want to put out that you want to be better than just a talking head video, I recommend CapCut. CapCut. Here's another thing. When you're in ChatGPT, there is a plugin for CapCut, so you can have ChatGPT open up your CapCut, create a video for you, and then you can go into it and say, here, this is what I want.
Okay, so if you're totally confused right now and you want to really understand this, March 16th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., either on Zoom or in person, go to GP. Well, you have to do this in person. You have to do this on your computer. Then
Right.
the event is in Zoom or in person. GPTmadeeasy.com.
That's an easy URL to remember.
That's right. GPTmadeeasy.com. No spaces in there. And no AI, no chat GPT. Just GPTmadeeasy.com. March 16th, 10 to 2 p.m. Joe's going to be teaching a class. You want to Make sure you bring a change of clothing because you will be drinking from a fire hose. And if you use the promo code RSR, you'll get 50% off. I don't know what's the cost of it.
So in person is at $60 and online is $27.
And RSR gets you 50% off.
Yep.
So I'm going to highly recommend that one. GPTmadeeasy.com. And as always, we ask that thanks a lot for bringing all this stuff to you.
Absolutely. If I can help entrepreneurs and people actually get stuff done, right? That's the only thing that holds us back is all these ideas that never get executed.
Implementation.
Yes.
Implementation. As always, we ask, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh and Sean who are engineering us today. And, of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.